Hi, and welcome back to my channel, E.D. List Reviews, with another nocturnal review the night before Halloween, or, well, the day before Halloween, sorry. But, welcome back to my reviews for another nocturnal one. I'm already in costume and in makeup. I don't know, you can be the judge how I did, but this is what I was going for this year, something a little different. So, I hope everybody's going to have a great Halloween tomorrow night, and I hope everybody's had a great October. It's time for my last review of October, my last spooky read that I'm talking about before we get to Halloween, and that is a classic from 1820, and that is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving. It is an American Gothic classic, and the edition that I read it from was the Gothic fantasy Chilling Ghost Short Stories. It's really glary because there's a lot of gold on it, but this is the tome, and I actually still even have it marked with my Regina's Haunted Library bookmark that Regina sent me, and it was made by Merce at Harpies in the Trees. It's Batilda, and she's talking to Lestat on her phone. So that was awesome. I'm so glad to get that. So let's get on with this short story, this review. And maybe I shouldn't shine too much at the camera. So, I have my synopsis that I wrote here. In the village of Sleepy Hollow, it is said that the Headless Horseman, believed to be a Hessian soldier beheaded in battle by a stray cannonball, rides nightly through the countryside seeking his lost head. The superstitious schoolteacher, Ichabod Crane, competes for the affections of Katrina Van Tassel. He is invited to the Van Tassel Autumn Feast, where he is regaled with ghost stories and song, dance, revelry, and he hopes to win her hand in marriage. On his way home after his failure, he comes face to face with the legendary horseman himself. Now, that's my synopsis. I kept it relatively vague because this story I kind of found kind of hard to talk about, hard to sum up, because it does a lot of world building and kind of backstory. It talks about Ichabod Crane and his doings. It talks about the history of the town and all the ghost stories associated with it. Particularly the famous one about the Headless Hessian Soldier. Now, and then it talks about his rivalry with this kind of young ruffian who's kind of the hero of the town and stuff, and he actually plays a lot of pranks on Ichabod, and he's vying also for Katrina's hand and stuff, and so, we get into that, and Ichabod Crane, he's interested in all this stuff, witchcraft, and all these ghost stories and superstitions, and stuff, and he becomes, rather popular amongst a lot of the women of the town, helping out, teaching their children, taking care of their children, helping, doing chores here and there all over the place. So he's become, kind of popular. And, of course, it kind of makes him a bit of a target, especially for this young man, whose name is... Oh, what is his name off the top of my head? I cannot remember. Hold on, I'll have it in a moment. Oh, I can't find it in here. I can find Ichabod, and I can find Katrina. Oh, Brombones, that was his name. That's more of a nickname, because his name is Abraham. But anyway, and this place is actually, Sleepy Hollow is a real place, near Tarrytown, New York, and, it's a historical location. I have no idea if this horseman thing was entirely made up by Washington Irving or not, but, it's become extremely popular. There's been several movies people love to read around this time of year. This is my first time reading it. I actually kind of almost forgot that I was going to read it this year. And I'm glad I did, because it's very atmospheric, and it had some great, great prose in it, too, especially at the beginning of the story. And, like I said, it's very appropriate for this time of year, and I want to keep it relatively vague. There are many adaptations, and I've actually only really seen one. I've seen bits and pieces of, like, the Disney one, from the Adventures of Ichabod, and, was it The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, I think it's called? I've only seen a little bit of that, but the main version I've seen, well, the only actual version I've seen is the Tim Burton film, which takes a lot of liberties, and it came out in 1999, starring Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, Christopher Lee, Michael Goth, and Christopher Walken, amongst others. But, like I said, it does take a lot of liberties. Ichabod is from New York, and he is actually a policeman. He's not superstitious like he is in the story. They do, the horseman is believed to be, is a Hessian mercenary instead of just a Hessian soldier, and he loses his head in a completely different way. He kills victims in this movie, as opposed to how he just kind of rides through the night hunting for, his head. And we have the famous scene from the story that does show up in the movie about halfway through, where Ichabod encounters the horseman, and he's carrying a jack-o'-lantern, which is, probably the most famous depiction of the horseman that we see in media, is, him riding on his horse with, a blazing jack-o'-lantern. Like I said, they take a lot of liberties, and they create an entirely different backstory, and there's witchcraft involved, so I think it's, very entertaining. I actually, when it first came out, I was pretty young at the time. I didn't really care for it, and then I grew to love it later on. So it's a very good movie, and I love Christina Ricci in the movie, and Johnny Depp as well. So now, I do want to make a quick little note. I had actually planned on doing a giveaway at some point during this month, but due to financial reasons, that wasn't really going to happen. I was going to do a book giveaway, because I have a few books I have duplicates of that I just don't need. I don't have them here at the apartment. I have them elsewhere, being safely kept. And I was going to do one giveaway, and then I was going to do a whole other giveaway some other time, but it just never happened. And, maybe next year. So I still have those, and so keep that in mind. Yeah, so I hope everybody's had a great October. I hope everybody's had a great spooky season. I hope everybody's going to have a great Halloween tomorrow night. And that's pretty much it. So, keep staying spooky out there. I'll see you next month. I probably won't be doing Wednesday videos now, since we're going into November and the dreaded holiday season. To me, it's dreaded. Other people love it. Everybody has their own tastes. But I did not make my TBR goal that I made between last Halloween and this Halloween, which was to read those 10 books that I picked out. I read all but 2. I didn't get the Dorothy Eden book read, Mistress of or Lady of Mallow, sorry, and I didn't get Margaret Ferguson's The Sign of the Ram read either. But I mean, as I've kind of become like several people here in BookTube are now mood readers, it's hard to keep a TBR, and I kind of have my little thing against TBRs anyway, because I may not feel like reading that by the time I get around to it, on the list. So anyway, hope everybody has a great Halloween, and I'll see you guys all soon. So stay spooky, have a great holiday, and eat lots of candy, unless you can't, then be merry and have lots of fun, and stay safe. So anyway, I'll see you next time right here on my channel. Bye bye.